Hello everyone, welcome back to Hayamaxx. My name is Maxine Mchinguzi and I'm very happy to have you here today. My channel is centered around reviews, lifestyle advice, and pretty much everything in between. Today we're going to be talking about Too Hot to Handle this season and the drama that's happened afterwards. But before we continue on, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow the social media, my personal one and my second IG page called Confessions of a Black Girl. I have some very exciting news coming out this weekend, so you really want to follow it. Before we continue on, don't forget Black Girls Cry 2 comes out every single Tuesday, and I'm very excited to continue with the colors in part 2. So yeah, let's get on with the video. I have two disclaimers for this video. One, my first disclaimer is I am battling, like I'm literally, the day I'm uploading this is the day I'm filming it. So I'm battling the sun. So I'm hoping the sun does not set because I filmed this late and that's my fault. And then two, if there's a bit of noise in the background, the AC is on because it's pretty hot, it's a warm day. But yeah, okay. Too Hot to Handle. I was very excited for the show when it came out. If you look at my previous videos, I did a review on Love is Blind, and I love reality TV for the mere fact that it's an opportunity to people watch, and especially during quarantine, when even though this came out before quarantine, during quarantine it's kind of the only way I can people watch is through watching reality TV. And we only got the reunion episode afterwards, which was interesting because they had to do the reunion all kind of through video chat, maybe Zoom. That's pretty much what I know about the show. I was very excited when I saw kind of the ads for it because I was like, oh my goodness, a new reality TV show on Netflix. Very excited after the success of The Circle and the success of Love is Blind. I was like, I'm going to be so into the show. So I had really high expectations. And from the first episode, I thought it was going to be Love Island-esque, if you understand what I mean, because it's singles entering a house one at a time, and you know, you're trying to get into a couple. So I was super excited, especially since it seemed like it was going to be the international version of Love is Blind, in the sense that you had people coming from all over the world, not just from the UK, for example, or Australia. It would be like people from the US and all over the place. And so that was really exciting for me to kind of see those interactions and how that would take place. Surprisingly though, it didn't add as much as I thought it would. So maybe in my mind I thought a lot was gonna come out of having people from many different places, but it was kind of just like, you know, a typical arrangement. Obviously, if you watch the show, you know the twist is the fact that they're not supposed to hook up outside of certain restricted times, and if they do that, they would lose money. And I think my only downfall is I didn't like the Alexa type voice. I forgot what she's called. I didn't like the Alexa type voice. I love hosts that come onto the show and come like with their commentary, and so I think maybe I would have loved them to find out that information with the host in person, being like, oh hey, you know, this is the rules, blah 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 blah, instead of just like this system that was watching them and watching how they acted. I don't know, I like the more personal aspect of having a host. So that's something I didn't enjoy, and hopefully if they do a season 2 that they will incorporate a host more on the island there. And to be honest, I think the premise of the show is really cool, like the fact that, you know, they can't hook up or whatever, because that's something that typically on these TV shows is what a lot of people complain about, that makes it too raunchy, or people complain that the connections aren't real. And if anything that we've learned from people who are on reality TV, they always tell us the show's highly produced and feelings progress faster because you're in the space from day one and you're always together. So taking that into account, I'm kind of less judgmental, but I think it was a really cool aspect that was implemented. I just didn't like how it was implemented. And I mean, I hate to just, you know, be a downer and be like, I didn't like it. So I'm trying to think of ways that it could be improved. Yeah, if you have any thoughts on ways that they could have improved this whole, because even with the penalties, right, of them losing money, I didn't feel like a lot of them took it seriously enough. And maybe it's because they went there long enough, but I feel as if some people were more invested about winning the money than others. And something I also didn't understand was, when the money was won, is everybody splitting an equal amount of the same money, or is that money that was won, each person gets it individually? Because first of all, I would be pissed if we all are supposed to win a cut of this money and y'all are just spending it left, right, and center, which is why I totally respect Kel's and where he was coming from, because I would literally be the exact same way. You can be with people on the outside. I don't understand why a lot of them were so pressed about being with someone whilst they were in the house. I'm like, win the money and then go out into the world and do whatever you want to do. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel as if a lot happened really quickly. When it was already the season finale, I was like, it's the season finale, how did this happen? I think, and I guess I also complained about this with Love is Blind in the sense of the progression of their love, but at least we saw things after they came out of the pods. But in terms of them being on the island, I literally feel like they arrived, it was like 2 minutes, and then some of them, i.e. Francesca and Harry, were in love, and Rhonda and Sharon, and then all of a sudden it's time to go home because they're trying to win the money. I think that happened really quickly, and I wasn't really paced or ready for that to happen, because I also personally don't feel like I had formed enough of an attachment to be like, oh, these are my favorites, or I don't want this person. I do have a person that I didn't enjoy particularly, which I will touch on, but yeah, that's just something that went through my mind, that I feel like by the time the show ended, I was like, whoa, it's over. I'm gonna talk about some of the contestants. And Chloe, I liked her, thought she was genuine. I don't know if this is true, but I heard that she was going to be on did she say that she was going to be on Love Island and then she chose this instead? I actually really wanted her to find her person, and didn't really understand the thing that she had going on with Bryce, because I mean, she ended up ending it anyways. But Bryce, no offense to him, but he kind of bored me. Like, yeah, he's a screenwriter or whatever he says he is, didn't really change much for me. I didn't feel like he added much, and his feelings for Chloe progressed so much faster than hers did for him. So I was like, what are you going on about? Like, you just got here 2 seconds ago. Sharon and Rhonda, I liked them for a little bit, and then, so you know what my dream, if I was a producer on the show, I would have egged on this connection between Sharon and Rhonda and David to make this love triangle kind of thing, because I feel like there was so much potential there. I feel like Rhonda and David spent the first day together, and Rhonda also spent the first day with Sharon, and then it was game over. I feel like someone should have been like, David, go get your girl, like, keep pushing, keep trying to, you know what I mean, to just add some spice, add some flavor, make things exciting. You know, I wanted some drama. Like, the biggest drama we had was with Haley, and I don't really understand what Haley's hang-up is. I know in the interview since she's left the house, she has said that, you know, people didn't treat her as well, whatever, but I just feel like since she came into the house, she was just in such a stank attitude. Like, she really was not interested in the process or in anyone, and maybe that's what deterred her. She didn't find anyone apart from Francesca who interested her, and like that connection, like they're ride or dies and they continue to be super into each other. But when it comes to the place, I've really not been able to understand her hang up about everything. I did not enjoy her vibe. I like Francesca. I mean, she wasn't my favorite person in the house. I thought she was a decent girl. She added an element of drama to the show by being between Kels and Harry. And even though Harry, to be honest, like, so immature. The way he lied in front of everyone, I don't even know how she forgave him, because literally, how are you going to, he could have just kept his mouth shut. The problem is that he wanted to talk, and then he threw her under the bus. She really shouldn't have forgiven him, and that's kind of why they're in the situation that they are right now, I guess. He's just untrustworthy, and I didn't enjoy that. Just gonna kiss and tell. Like, I'm always just, if you're gonna be about it, be about it. Like, just don't play around. And Francesca's a grown-ass woman. She's gorgeous. She didn't need all that drama that he was bringing on in such a strange way, because it was just immature drama, you know what I mean? The drama could have been that they kissed and like just been like, yeah, we did, and owned it. That would have been more interesting to watch than that the descent of their relationship because of his lies in front of everyone else. You know, I literally respect Kel so much. I mean, apart from the fact that I think he's super hot, I respect him because he had his eyes on the money since the second that he got onto the show. He literally did not have time for all this drama, for all the bull. He was like, can we please stay focused? That scene with Francesca, like, he is a strong dude, and I respect him for counting all his coins. He said he came onto this island to win money. That's it. And so I love that. I think that was really cool. I respect that he did that. You know, if you're gonna, just stick to your guns. If that's what you believe in, stick to it. And he did that. He he just showed. And I guess Francesca is not used to someone not being all up into her and super passionate about her. So I think that's what deterred her from Kels, is the fact that he didn't fall for her, you know. The topic of it moving really quickly, I think that is why Love Island has so many episodes, because they bring a lot of people on the show, and so they have a lot of people coming in from Casa Amor and things like that. But we also have a lot of weeks to bond with the contestants and with the people who come in, so we're more attached when they leave or are eliminated. Whereas with Too Hot to Handle, I really wasn't attached to anyone. When they left, I was like, okay, oh well. And when they stayed and won, I was like, okay, they won. I mean, the only person I was kind of cheering on was, at the time, Kels, Sharon, Rhonda, even though we know those two aren't together, and a bit of Harry and Francesca, even though because I just wanted couples to leave out of it. I feel bad because I would talk about the other cast members, but personally to me, they're not really that relevant. Like, they didn't change my life, because even the people I'm talking about, and I wasn't attached to them. Too Hot to Handle was one of the first reunions that we got where it was in quarantine, in the sense that they had to Zoom call it in and all of that. I have to say that was my least favorite reunion I've ever watched on a show. And the reason for that is, like, there was nothing to reconcile. There was no loose ends. Maybe the only loose end was Haley, because I wanted to know what she was about, and maybe talking about Harry and Francesca and the lie that happened. But personally, to me, not enough happened in the season to warrant a reunion. Like, there was nothing to talk about. I pretty much sat there and I was like, and you can tell that because of the random activities they were doing, like the drawing and the just random stuff that had nothing to do with the show. Ooh, one of my favorite parts about the show, though, I'm not going to lie, was having Shannon Boodram on it. Because I'm a huge fangirl of Shan Boody, so I was like, oh my goodness, she's on the show and she's super cool. That was interesting to me, and I think that was a cool twist on the types of competitions that people see on Love Island, whereas on this it was more kind of self-building, self-reflection. That was really cool, so I was happy to see that. But yeah, the reunion, and then the proposal between Harry and Francesca, I was like, is it that serious? Are y'all, I mean, I know they got tattoos and they visit each other's family, but is it really that serious that you're gonna get engaged like that? And he wasn't. It's about, I really thought it wasn't real. Like, I thought it was a joke. And maybe it was a joke. I haven't really kept up with them, apart from the things that I heard recently, that they broke up because he's cheating or something on this side. He didn't want to wait for her, even though, like, Harry's really lucky that a girl like Francesca is into him. That aside, he's not a bad dude. I just think he has like some petty, young-ish boy energy. I was like, y'all are like serious enough to really be getting engaged here? So I mean, the tea that I heard is they were supposed to both move here together, and she's from Canada and was waiting on visas or something, and then he got involved with someone, and now they're not together, now they're unhappy with each other, and he lied to her and all of that type of stuff, which is obviously unacceptable. But I really never saw them lasting. And then Sharon and Rhonda, they didn't last. I guess the only person who's lasted are Haley and Francesca. They're best friends, and now they hang out with Tana Manjo, Tana, the YouTuber. I think that's the best way I can put it. So I guess the most successful couple is that friendship, or whatever they have going on. I think, you know, going into this, if they decide to do a second season, I would suggest that they do more episodes, allow the audience to form attachments, kind of have storylines that are substantial. And I need more people like Kels, in the sense who really want to, so like in Are You the One, for example, you know, people get really angry with the no matches who stay together because they are bringing down the potential earnings they can have because of the beans, you know what I mean? And so I don't feel like enough people were pissed about the fact that they were losing money all the damn time. And so I want some people who are like, we need to work hard on these challenges, and we need to not be doing the things until they tell us to, because we are losing our opportunity to win a certain amount of money, if that makes sense. Because like in Are You the One, a lot of the drama is people who are falling in love that are no matches, but also people who want a match just because they want the money. And then people, like, you know, there's a lot of things going on, layers. I want layers of drama. That's why I'm watching reality TV. So that's kind of would be my suggestion. I love having people from different places. I think that was a really cool aspect that they had. I also enjoyed these self-development things that they had. Haven't really seen many, you know, reality TV shows take that turn. So that's something I would be interested in seeing. Hit me up if you want, you know, if you want help with producing Too Hot to Handle season 2, because I have a few things to say. Because what you want is enough drama that when people come for the reunion, they're like, oh my goodness, this is, when I watch other reunions, I'm like, oh my goodness, I needed further explanation about something that happened. But with this one, I was just kind of bored. So that's kind of my critique on the show. And I usually, yeah, I didn't know what to expect when I was going to watch it. I guess this is what happens, you know, you have trial runs of different types of show, because there's so many TV shows, so many reality TV shows on right now. It's hard to do something different, hard to do something that's pushing the limits, and I guess that's what they're doing. And I'm hoping that they change some aspects so it can be kind of like how Love is Blind just took everyone by storm. But anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow the socials, and I will see you for my next Black Girls Cry 2. I'm very excited to have had you all here today, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.